Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
President Trump just made huge Christmas announcement that will make Christians say amen. President Donald Trump walked onto the stage during the Values Voter Summit and the crowd erupted in joy the moment they saw him. Still, they had no clue what they were in store for. The president grabbed the microphone and started telling the people about faith being restored to America. He recanted tales of our beautiful nation and its Judeo-Christian upbringing. That's when he said it. He told them something that President Obama would never have done. That's right. At least until 2020, the war on Christmas is finally over. Let's be honest, nobody with half a brain will be offended when someone with good intentions says Merry Christmas or Happy Chanukkah or even Happy Ramadan. The point of these statements is a friendly greeting, not oppressive religious rules like the Democrats pretend. The president said it best when he told the crowd in D.C. today. In America we don't worship government, we worship God. We know that parents, not bureaucrats, know best how to raise their children and create a thriving society. We know that faith and prayer, not federal regulation, and by the way, we are cutting regulations at a clip that nobody has ever seen before. Amen, Mr. President. It's time to ditch the communist policies of Obama and Bush which saw Christian bakers as criminals and demanded, no child left behind. It's our country. They are our families. If the United States of America is not a land of rights and freedoms, then the country is dead. I, for one, do not want the USA to ever die. Do you? Oh my God. NFL commissioner just slapped every American across the face with one cowardly move. President Donald Trump told the entire nation that he will not tolerate NFL players disrespecting their country by kneeling during the national anthem. After that, more players began to kneel. This was strictly to spite Trump, and no other reason. For the most part, players have no clue why they're kneeling. They'll say it's to bring awareness to social injustice, racism, and police brutality, but simple facts will dispel all that BS in seconds flat. There were rumblings that the league was going to change their rules and require players to stand for the Star-Spangled Banner. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones even said that any of his players who knelt would be benched. Now, the NFL has made their decision in a statement released by the Players Union. There will be no rule change whatsoever. Players can continue to kneel. Nancy Pelosi just announced her deadly plan to get Obamacare back that could kill Americans. The Democrats have been in full crisis mode since President Trump signed an executive order yesterday ending the billion in illegal subsidy payments they were using for Obamacare. Now they are so desperate that House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi has announced a desperate and deadly plan to get the payments back. She wants to hold the disaster payments hostage. That's right. After weeks of talking about the importance of helping Americans in disasters and attacking Trump over Puerto Rico, Pelosi is now suggesting to rip away the nearly $40 billion in disaster funding just to get her way. During her press conference on Capitol Hill today, Pelosi told reporters, "There's a standalone vehicle, a vehicle that's attached to a supplemental, the disaster relief bill, or down the road in the omnibus, but that's pretty far down the road. Hopefully, we could resolve it sooner." That's a pretty brutal demand from someone who can't even get her own party's support anymore. Still, it's not surprising since her state of California is desperate for federal money to support their socialist society. What she is not mentioning is that the payments cost $7 billion this year, $9 billion next year, and $100 million over a decade. There is no doubt America's healthcare system is not perfect. It has been a mess as long as I can remember. But we tried Obamacare and it clearly failed. Now, If Republicans and Democrats would work together for just 5 minutes to repeal and replace it with something non-political, maybe we could get somewhere. The best way to make them act is to show them the voters are unhappy. Let's share this out and make that very clear to these congressional losers. Open rebellion. 15 states just openly revolted against the President of the United States. A new lawsuit has just been announced that'll stop President Trump from halting key Obamacare payments to insurers. These 15 states and Washington, D.C. are signing a new lawsuit that will be filed today, according to Sarah Levenheim, a spokeswoman for California Attorney General Xavier Becerra. California and New York are the states leading the charge. On Tuesday night, Trump announced that he would stop paying insurers for Obamacare. This will essentially kill the bill. These states are complaining that they need to seek a preliminary injunction against the federal government in order to get the payments. President Trump then said that he would be providing piece by piece the health care that Americans deserve. Share this if you back our president and are glad that he is going to destroy Obamacare. Spread this on your social media if you don't want Obamacare and want healthcare that can truly make America well again. Do you want Congress to make a good healthcare bill? Comment below. This was not a scuffle, Rand Paul's wife says. What really happened during his attack? Great deal of mystery has surrounded the attack Republican Senator Rand Paul suffered at the hands of his Bowling Green, Kentucky neighbor Arne Boucher. Paul's wife Kelly felt motivated to finally clear the air about what actually happened that day to severely injure her husband. Wrote Kelly in an op-ed for CNN about the severity of Rand's injury. The average person takes 20,000 breaths a day. Since November 3, my husband, Rand Paul, has not taken a single one without pain. He has not had a single night's sleep uninterrupted by long periods of difficult breathing or excruciating coughing. She added, there have been several nights where I had my hand on my phone ready to call 911 when his breathing became so labored it was terrifying. The lawyer for assailant Boucher depicted the assault as a very regrettable dispute between two neighbors over a matter that most people would regard as trivial. He added, the unfortunate occurrence of November 3 has absolutely nothing to do with either's politics or political agendas. Kelly said that the media had not reported the story truthfully, and that they had not spoken to their neighbor Arne in a decade. Said Paul, nobody in our family has, nor have we communicated with anyone in his family. With Rand's travel to D.C. in the last 7 years, he has rarely seen this man at all. She described, the only dispute existed solely in the attacker's troubled mind, until, on a beautiful autumn day, he ran down the hill on our property and slammed his body into Rand's lower back as he stood facing away, wearing noise-canceling headphones to protect his ears from the lawnmower. Kelly then clarified, this was not a scuffle, a fight or an altercation, as many in the media falsely describe it. It was a deliberate, blindside attack. The impact left Rand with 6 broken ribs, 3 displaced, pleural effusion and now pneumonia. Are you glad Kelly told the truth about this strange, unprovoked attack? Victory. What Mueller just did to Priebus confirms they have nothing on Trump. The Mueller witch hunt took dramatic new steps this week. According to Politico, former White House Chief of Staff Ryan Spruce has now been interviewed by the special counsel team. Confirmation of the interview came directly from Priebus lawyer, William Buck. Mr. Priebus was voluntarily interviewed by special counsel Mueller's team today. He was happy to answer all of their questions, Burke said. This news may seem alarming, but it might just prove that Mueller is getting desperate. Last week, it was revealed that the special counsel team was being sued for failing to turn over memorandum pertaining to the permitted scope of their investigation. Many have accused the team of overstepping boundaries in an effort to uncover anything negative about Trump's team. But now, a year after allegations of Russian collusion began, They have still revealed nothing, probably because there is nothing to find. Their interview with Priebus is just their latest attempt to salvage their investigation. Comment enough. And share if you're tired of the witch hunt. Mueller's investigation must end. Now.